Hi, and welcome back to Design Resilience. I'm Rachel, and this channel is focused on the 5 facets of life that you can work to build daily habits in that help you be resilient when things get hard, when life changes or becomes inconvenient or throws you a curveball. And today's topic is around the idea of building community. And when I say building community, I'm talking about 2 to 3 really strong relationships that you have that nurture and feed you and that allow you to share your gifts with other people. Now, this can be a friend, a sibling, a partner. This can be someone that you admire through other mediums. It could be books that they've written that really resonate with you, YouTube creators, coaches, mentors, therapists, but a solid relationship that really feeds you as much as you feed it. Because as Jim Rohn says, we are the average of the people that we spend the most time with. He quantifies it as 5, but I believe that. I believe that the messages that you get externally feed your internal monologue. And so building a strong community that is supportive and loving and believes in you is really important. But it can be difficult to know when you meet someone right away whether they're going to be one of your 2 or 3 clutch people. It also takes time to build those relationships. And so it's something that while you're working on the other habits, looking around your social circles and finding those relationships for you to feed into so that they can feed you can take time. And so I want to share an experience that tags along to one of the other videos I did around personal growth and development. I recently participated in a community theater production where I got to work with a small ensemble cast, and because of the size of the cast and crew, we really got to know each other well. As a matter of fact, we would rehearse 4 days a week, and then on weekends we'd still get together and hang out and play Trivial Pursuit, which was part of the show. And at the end of the show's run, we did, which is a tradition with this theater, compliment cards. We got a 3x5 card for every person in the show, and we were to write a personal message to them talking about how they had supported us or inspired us or things that we appreciated about their personality. And we exchanged them at the cast party after the show wrapped. And while these people were all new to me, I had only known one of them previous to this basically 7 weeks of putting this show on. I was able to develop community in that cast because we spent so much time together. And I went in to the production, like I said, not knowing anybody and not really sure, was I gonna make friends? Like, how was it gonna play? And what I found from being in that community, although they're not necessarily one of my 2 or 3 closest, tightest, most supportive relationships, because I've only known them 7 weeks, I was able to be authentically myself, and many of them were also authentically themselves, and we were able to see each other for who we were. We didn't have really any strife within the group. And so reading the compliment cards at the end of the show was really fulfilling, and writing them was really fulfilling. Being able to take a moment to recognize the strength and beauty of this group of people who have just spent 2 months together creating a show. And so while I think the value of community is really grounded in those 2 to 3 significant relationships that you pour into and they pour into you, there's beauty in finding and allowing and accepting other people to be who they are so that you can truly connect. So every single person on the cast was different. They had their quirks, they had their funny mannerisms that I got to see over time. But there were also really beautiful pieces of their character, and they were also different. And by being open to who these people were and going in with no preconceptions, I got to enjoy that. I got to see the, super capable but slightly neurotic person who wants to control everything and be in charge of everything. I got to see the person who'd never acted on stage before be vulnerable and grow through the experience. I personally got comfortable with being uncomfortable because I haven't acted in over 20 years. And so looking for the ways that I could support them and they could support me made the experience of trying community theater so much more enriching. And so if you feel alone, if you feel lonely, know that you can reach out to people. You can reach out to people who share your interests. You can reach out to podcast hosts or listen to podcast hosts who are talking about the things you're going through so you don't feel so alone. Your community doesn't have to be deep, long relationships as long as they are giving you something that you need and enabling you to give to other people. And it feels really good when you can have that reciprocal energy and give something positive back. So now that I've built these relationships, I'll continue to nurture them and know that they will serve me as a source of joy and a source of support, and I will be the same for them. And so as you think about structuring your life, take a look at your community. Who is in your life? Who is very close to you? Who would you like to get to know more of? Because doing that now will help that relationship be strong when you need the support, and it will help you be aware when you can give support to them. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.